I'm in here. Can anybody see me?
Editing is usually considered to be one part of the post-production process. Other post-production tasks include typing, colour correction, sound mixing, etc. Editing is the process of selecting and preparing written, visual, audible and film media used to convey information. The editing process can involve correction, condensation, organisation and many other modifications performed with an intention of producing a correct, consistent, accurate and complete work. In-camera editing is a technique where instead of editing the shots in a film into sequence after shooting, the cinematographer instead shoots the sequences in strict order. The resulting edit is therefore already complete when the film is developed. The history of editing. Lev Kuleshov's experiment establishes that montage can lead the viewer to reach certain conclusions about the action in a film. He thinks that editing a film is constructed like a building. In 1918, he did an experiment to prove his point. He took an old film clip, intercut the shot with different images. There's the three methods of montage: French film, Soviet filmmaking of the 1920s, Hollywood cinema, French New Wave films, and the non-narrative films of 1960s. He used a carefree editing style and did not conform to the traditional etiquette of Hollywood films. Transitions. For example, straight cut, which is where the scene changes quickly from one to another without attracting the audience's attention. Another one is dissolving. This is when one shot fades off the screen whilst the next shot is fading on. This is usually shown when the filmmaker wants to show a connection between two characters, places or objects. Fading is a gradual darkening or lightening of an image until it becomes black or white. This is used to indicate the end of a particular section of time within the narrative. The white transition is one image pushed off the screen by another. They can either be pushed left or right. It is more common for the image to be pushed off the left side, as its movement is more consistent with the sense of time moving forward. Following the action is a type of camera technique. This is when there is movement or in an action scene, the camera would follow the event action that has taken place. Montage and Hollywood editing. Montage is a technique in film editing in which a series of shots are edited to a sequence to condense space, time and information. It's when the editing is going so smoothly that the audience don't even notice it whilst they are watching the scene. Continuity editing is also known as invisible editing, or as classical Hollywood style of editing, and was developed by an American director, D.W. Griffin. The 180-degree rule is a base guideline that states that two characters or other elements in the same scene should always have the same left-right relationships to each other. If the camera passes over the imaginary axis connecting the two subjects, it is called crossing the line. Speed of editing. The speed of editing will help to determine the mood of what is taking place on screen. If the audience is to feel anxiety and suspense, the editing will be quick. The scenes shot changing frequently. This happens a lot in acting films. If a relaxed mood is desired, the scenes last longer and change less frequently, for example in drama. According to Walter Murch, when it comes to film editing, there are emotion, which has the most story, then a rhythm, eye trace, two-dimensional plane of the screen, then three-dimensional space of action.